This is your boy Prince Cowboy, brought to you live from the Cold Cheese and Hot Bullets podcast. I'm here to bring in some recent breaking news, which was breaking news yesterday, but I was busy trying to get some other things taken care of, so it's late breaking news. But we got some breaking news from pretty much from yesterday afternoon to last night, and I think a little bit today or whatnot. So I'm gonna be talking about two items. I'm gonna be talking about three guys, two that we're getting signed on to the Cowboys from yesterday, and then one is coming back from injury, which is gonna make major impact on this team on the defensive end. All of my defensive players. The first item up for bid is my man Jonathan Hankins. Well, he's not really my man. I don't know him. He come from the Oakland Raiders or whatnot. I think we traded for a seventh round for him. But he's known to be a great run stuffer, or a great run stopper or whatnot. He's good at the point of the run, which we need there, because the biggest problem with our defense is that we pretty solid and we pretty sealed in on everything else. We having major problems on stopping the run. That's my biggest concern or whatnot. And the Philly pretty much showed that we needed help on the edges. Now, Michael Parsons, they can get him in more of a more settled position, not necessarily in one position, but in a position where he can kind of attack both sides of the ball, because even though he might not be a master of a lot of things, he's good at going side to side. So we can get players to secure him, to go side to side, to get the runners on the edges. I think Jonathan Hankins can be that guy to make a difference, where Michael Parsons don't have to worry about the center of the field. All he got to do is worry about the edges. And D-Law, he can just attack the quarterback along with Parsons or Dorrance Armstrong or whoever like to rush. We all got players that like to get the quarterback. But I'm going to get into his measurements. This guy weighs approximately 320 pounds. His height is 6'3", and he come from the Ohio State University. Ohio State University has become very significant, and the Raiders have become very significant to the Cowboys, because he comes from the Raiders, just like Amari Cooper that year when we desperately need an offensive threat. When we finally decided to go to the playoffs, I think in 2018, and we went to the second round, beating out the Seattle Seahawks the first round, and then losing badly. Well, I didn't say badly. Losing to the LA Rams because some unknown running back out of nowhere, this tired, washed-up running back, just came and ran all over us because we had problems with the run. So it's the reason why we got Jonathan Hankins coming to the stage for us here in Cowboy land. I think he's going to be a big problem for the opposite team, and I think it's going to be a major solution for our run, as far as the running back coming directly to the defensive front. One of the biggest complaints I learned that I heard from the fans was that Jonathan Hankins was a big deal for them, and they got mad. They was kind of upset that they only got a 7th round pick for him. So that lets you know how important he was for the Raiders. Now, I just learned to this guy yesterday, because now he's a Cowboy. Now I care about him now. So he's wearing the star on his helmet now. We got another cat, another Ohio State University alum by the name of Kendall Sheffield. His measurements, he weighs in between 175, 190. He's a cornerback. He's 5'10". That's his height, and of course his college is Ohio State. So that's another Ohio State link, just like my man Ezekiel Elliott come from Ohio State. Dallas Cowboys love them some Ohio State players, and I don't blame them. I would love the Ohio State players either. My rule of thumb is, if you can't get Alabama, fall back into Georgia. If you can't get Georgia, fall back into Ohio State. So that's my third line of picking players from when it comes down to these universities, these big D1 schools. So I'm very happy about that. Sheffield has approximately a 4.2 run average or whatnot, meaning that this man is fast as heck. He's a hip-to-hip cornerback, meaning that he at least give 5 yards, but once the receiver gets to him, he sticks very well. He's got very good hand eye coordination, and he can spot the ball. So this can be another golden retriever for us, meaning that he can probably intercept balls and help Diggs out. You know what I mean? Kind of ease the pressure off of Diggs, so Diggs won't feel like he got to get all the interceptions, which we got, the Ron Bland, he gets interceptions. Jordan Lewis, which he's out for the rest of the year, unfortunately, with the Detroit game. Hell, he had an interception in the process of getting injured for the rest of the game. So it lets you know how significant this Cowboy defense is. It's real. It's serious. Take it serious, people. The Cowboys is coming, people. We coming. We coming, and we building our team right, and we not at our peak. See, one thing I fear about the Philadelphia Eagles is they're at their peak right now. They're undefeated, and they doing everything right too early. But while I'm talking about the Eagles, they just got through getting one of our guys that we used to have on the Cowboys. If I ain't mistaken, Donovan, his name will come to me. But they just got through getting him or whatnot. He used to be on our team. He'll come to me in a few moments. I ain't got it off the top of my head. I should have written it down, but he'll come off the top of my head. But they're beefing up for us for the next time. They're not just doing this on accident, because they seeing who we getting in Jonathan Hankins and Kendall Sheffield. Eagles is not smart. They're paying attention to what we're doing, but he used to play with us. And now they got him. So I'm going to make a video on that. I ain't got to remember his name. I'm going to make a video about him. And he used to be on our team, and all the great things he used to do for us. Unfortunately, we traded him off to the Bears, which we shouldn't have did it. And it was kind of like a bittersweet deal. So I'm kind of happy he's not with Philly, because he would have gave us a hell of a hard time. But I'm going to make a video about their trade that they just got from the Chicago Bears. They used to play with us and used to be a big producer for us. He was Randy Gregory when we had Randy Gregory on the team at the same time. He was D-Law back when D-Law was hurt, because we got him to replace D-Law that season when he was hurt. So that's going to be an interesting video. Stay tuned for that. And we getting Damone Clark back. Yes, Big Damone is coming back, and the boy's hungry. The boy's starving. I'm talking about his stomach is on flat. So he's looking to get some bear. And a bear is a much needed entree. It's not even appetizer. A bear is an entree that he needs to get his stomach back into gear, so we can play the Packers and the Vikings after the bye week. Because after we I'm speaking in this after we whoop up on the Bears, we're gonna have a bye week, and we're gonna need him to feed off of that when we play the Packers and the Vikings. So at the end of the day, man, I'm feeling good about it. And you know what I like about these picks? Jonathan Hankins and Kendall Sheffield is our defensive coordinator Dan Quinn's pick, and Will McClay chose them too. See, when them two get together and pick players, I don't question how good they are, because hey, when they approve it, I'm cool with it. They have shown me too many times that they know what they're doing. They know how to choose players. They know how to scout. They know how to get into the nuance of the player and how they're going to be useful for us. So look, Cowboy Nation, do not worry. Do not scurry. We're going to be just fine. And I'm hoping that it equates to production in the playoffs. It equates to victories in the playoffs, because the problem is we do great things during the offseason. Not during the offseason, but during the regular season. It's just when we get to that new season, which is the playoff season, because you got preseason, regular season, then you start over again with playoffs. When we get into the playoff season, we forget how to play football and we get soft. We are now building our team to be gritty or whatnot. And like I told you, Dak Prescott said he realized what he did wrong, or what he need to do less and to do more. He said he need not to make his game more difficult, but allow the players and his playmakers to make things easy, meaning that he's gonna rely on the run game to open up the pass, and once the pass open, he's gonna take his shots, and then we're gonna win the game, and he's gonna allow the defense to do what they do, so when he get another chance, he's gonna continue to rinse and repeat and do it again. man, I love the way we're building our team. I love the fact that, you know, Dan Quinn and Will McClay, which he's our de facto general manager, but, you know, Jerry Jones don't want to give that title up. So he's our de facto general manager, but not our general manager, but he's getting paid like it. And he's been with the organization for about 25, 30 years. You really didn't start hearing about Will McClay to about like 5 to 7 to 18 years ago. They kind of kept him as a top secret piece that, you know, he's the guy, he's the wizard behind everything that comes up with all our players. But he does a great job. Big Will McClay, big kudos to you. Thumbs up for these 2 picks, and you get my big thumbs up. I hope you see this video. But man, I love what we're doing. I think the Cowboys is doing the right thing. They're subtly building so they can come into the playoffs and give you that big aha moment. And you know, like I said, Mike McCarthy, I like what Big Mike is doing. I'm happy that Jerry Stevens letting Big Mike cook for once, and they putting you know, Kellen Moore on a leash. They're not letting him get wild. They're holding Mike to accountable to tame the Kellen. So, hey, if we keep on going to this path, man, who knows? Who knows? You know, stay calm, stay patient. Who knows? You might see us in that big game, and I'm not gonna say what game it is, but you know if you know about football. How about them Cowboys? I'm out.